where your scene is. So no, let's start with Radmir.
Oh,
So
great.
Radmir,
The
let's
joys of
talk
going
about
first.
let's talk about where you. I'm sorry. If should I not? Do you need a second? I can go with something
Uh,
else.
I think I'm would appreciate a second.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. I know I can ask our good old friend our good old friend Luke here.
Yep. I got a scene.
Tell us where Mary's.
Yeah, so I would like a scene at the temple of the priesthood that worship the dragon.
Okay. So you're talking about the human people who worship them, or the trolls?
It's a good question.
The
I
human
kind of think
people would be a good band name.
it's very true.
Um,
I kind of think it's both because I think that's more interesting, right? Like this priesthood, on the one hand, like the dragon is bad because it drinks all the magic, but on the other hand, its priesthood is like a place where humans and trolls are coexisting in harmony, and I think that's an interesting tension.
yeah. So it is,
It's like
and
it's sort of really like egalitarian and like non-fractious, like
yeah.
cultural
So
blending pot
right,
priesthood.
and it's a
There's probably
pretty
goblins too.
while it's inclusive in that regard, it's only inclusive to its own members. And so
Yeah,
how
right.
did you how are you here? How are you
I mean,
getting into
I'm
this?
I'm I'm here to fucking like find out where the dragon lives,
Right.
right?
And
Like
this temple is not kind to strangers who are not of the faith. So
that's very true. I
I
think.
imagine a sort of
Okay,
like
I know what it is. I
okay.
know what it is, Eric.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
book I have, this waterlogged book. This is a magic book. This is a spell book.
Oh, okay.
And like maybe you can't read the spells in it anymore, but like the book still has some power to it. And I think like
Yes, it does have power to it, doesn't it?
whatever pirated boat that like like it was on and then got pirated and then it washed up on the tide. I think that boat was somehow connected to the cult. And so I'm gonna try and like
Oh yeah, it totally
leverage
is.
this book to try
Right.
and convince them to tell me what I need to know.
Okay. So then I think okay. And so I think I'm going as a GM, I'm going to call in a conflict here. And
Yes, I think we are having
I think
a
the
conflict.
closer you're getting to this temple, right?
Yep.
I think the book is trying to exert while you're trying to get more and more knowledge from the book is exerting a little bit more and more control over you. It
Ooh,
is
I don't like
trying
this.
to mislead you.
I don't like this. This is bad. This is bad.
And
book.
I feel like there's a slight cut back to the shore where you found the book, and there's like a page that fell out of the book saying like that's like written by the person who used this book being like, do not open this book, it doomed our ship.
Yeah, totally.
So
so Eric, to be clear, I'm not reading the book. I'm gonna trade the book back to the cult.
yeah, but
So that they
I
will
think
give
kind
me
of
the
like
information.
how
It's like a
Frodo grew
Horcrux.
attached to the ring. It's
Or
sort
the
of
ring.
like
Yeah,
it's
totally.
kind of like, ooh, you don't want to give this back.
Yeah,
Right?
I
And
like this
so
book.
before
Actually,
you
it's
attempt
my
the
book.
temple, yeah. So before you go to the temple, the book is fighting you on this. The book
It's
is
trying to
like,
convince me not to go to the
no,
temple at all.
yeah, no. The book's like, no, don't give me back. I had so much fun. It's so much spaces for adventure. Like it tells it's not for purpose of the conflict. I'm going to have a dialogue with you, but obviously this is all done
It's all
emotively.
emotional
It's just
subtext.
emojis showing up. So it's no, it's entirely emotional.
Yeah, it's like the emoji of an eye shows up, and then the emoji of a deer shows up.
Right. So,
Yeah, cool. So,
what do you think success will look like resisting this thing? Because this thing wants to take you somewhere else.
yep. Do we need to determine now or later if it's fight, magic, or social?
Well, you can that's kind of after what our goal is. Like we have to set goals. The whole
Cool.
game's
Okay,
about setting like
I'm just
goal
trying to
setting
figure out
stuff.
the
Right.
procedure here.
It's kind of both because
Yeah,
based
I
on your
think
goal, kind of indicates what kind of
how I'm
conflict it
doing
is.
Yeah.
Right. So, or vice versa. Like if you wanted to tailor it into a certain conflict, then that would help inform you what your goal is.
I think I'm gonna bullshit this book.
Okay, you're gonna lie to the book.
I'm gonna fast talk this book. I tell this book, it's like, oh, I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't wanna go back into that dreary old library. And I'm like, it's okay, friend. We're not going back to the library. I'm gonna pretend to give you to those people so we can find out where the dragon is, and I'm gonna take you to the dragon. We're gonna have some real fun. You can be somewhere really exciting. You can get a taste of that sweet, sweet dragon magic.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. And it's obviously it's fighting you back. When you say the dragon name, it's like no, it's not worth it. It's not worth. There's other cool stuff out in the world. Let's not go back to the dragon. Why would you do that? That's
I'm like, no.
that's
You want to check out the dragon.
it's dragon is small potatoes. Believe me. And that's what this book is saying. All right. So, do you think this is an action by action? So I think this is social. Maybe even combined social magic.
Yeah.
Because like, are you
Potentially.
trying to beguile it with a
Am
little
I
bit of magic here?
bamboozling it? No, I
Yeah.
think it is just so. I think
Okay,
it's just
just social.
social. I think
Okay.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
lying to it with my feelings.
Totally. Sounds good to me. Right? Awesome. So let's see. Do you think I think this is probably since I just determined the conflict, I can also set what I think the conflict is, like the pace of it.
Scale.
But you're allowed to pivot either one up or one down from whatever I say it is. Right? I think this is probably just one roll.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Cool. Right. So you described what it was, right? Like you described how you're kind of you're smoothing like no, like trust me, book. This is we're getting some good timing.
I'm beguiling it. I'm telling it that
Yes.
there will be
Beguiling.
many exciting things to see, and also, and I suppose actually, here's the thing, right? The whole everything after the like, no, I'm just gonna pretend to give you to the cult. Everything after that is actually part of the lie because that's actually the lie right there. I'm actually just gonna give it back to the fucking cult. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Here, let me spin a fanciful tale about what I will do instead. But fundamentally, all of this is predicated upon a false premise because I'm not going to not give you to the cult. I'm just gonna give you to the cult.
Okay.
Just gonna give you back.
So the whole conflict rests on this one roll, my friend.
Yep, and then I roll 1d10.
Yep, and this is a social conflict, so 4 to 10 is a success.
Boom!
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you're able to resist the book, and so your goal was to resist the book, right? And so I think
My goal was to convince the troll. Was to convince the book of my lie.
Yeah, which you did, and so its compulsionary effects seem to die down. They mitigate a little bit as you approach the camp, and then we cut over to a new scene.
Yeah, and so I let out. I think the last thing we see is I tuck the book because I had it out while we had this conversation. I tuck it back into my little satchel pocket thing in the side of my big shapeless grass woven snuggie that I wear.
Yeah, it is a snuggie, isn't it? So
right, it's a big grass snuggie, and I let out a long sigh and run my hands through my hair, and I march off down into the camp.
Cool.
Fade to black.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Radmir, you had some time.
Seen it up.
Where do we start your story?
Well, these cultists don't sound that bad.
No. So are you there at the camp, playing for them? Is that what you mean, or are you somewhere else? And you can be
Oh gosh,
literally
I don't think I
in a
could
town
emotionally
or
handle playing for them.
yeah. Are you just on the road, like between towns and stuff like that?
Probably. I think I might be heading there to check it out to see if maybe a more generally friendly, welcoming environment towards just anybody would make it easier for me to interact with people.
So, all right, one more time. Hold on. I missed the first part of what you said. Where are you going?
Probably to the cultists.
Okay, so you heard about this cult and you're curious about it.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So how did you find out where this cult is?
Could I have found one of their pamphlets? discarded in like the trash or something.
They're not that skilled of a cult to have pamphlets. I would imagine.
They're not Mormons.
Okay.
Did you know somebody though? Or You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
sure. Yeah, maybe I did know someone.
Sure. How much do you trust this person for this information's good?
About a 6.
Okay. Sure. Right. Well, you're definitely so you go off into the woods. And no, you know what? Let's do that conflict with your friend, right? Being like, I can trust them, right? You said a 6, so let's do that, right? So you're walking down through the woods, and you get a weird suspicion, like like the hair in the back of your neck stands up, and then we do a quick flashback to you getting this information from your friend. Do you have a name for your friend? Offhand?
For some reason, the only thing that comes to mind is lemongrass.
All right.
I don't know why. They're a bit of an odd one, I suppose.
Yeah.
They just
well,
go by that name.
Yeah, they're probably a successful musician or something like that. Or maybe you think they are.
Yes, I think they are a successful musician.
Yeah. Are they a troll or a human, by the way? Lemongrass.
Probably a human.
Okay, cool. Radmir, hey, look what I got. Look what I got for you. Look what I got for you, friend. Hey, look, I got. Listen, I had such a good time last night. I was hanging out with this most amazing set of people. I think I found the thing that you're looking for most. I think I found you a group that would, like, they don't want to, like, say, like, take you in or anything like that, but, like, hey, there's a thing. Like, there's these people.
I don't know what thing.
Most amazing group.
What? What group? What? They're
Look,
sort of like
I mean,
hunched down a bit.
I'm afraid to say the name. It's stupid. They have such a stupid name, and like, look, the dragon. They call it the Dragon Cult. Look,
Is
I know.
this like some sort of
It's
new band?
Very cliche. No. It's a social club. What he says, lying to you.
A social club called the Dragon Cult.
Yeah.
That is a bad name.
Look, I know, but look, listen. Have I ever steered you wrong, buddy?
Yes?
Okay, besides that one time, have I ever steered you wrong?
Yes?
All right, that's fair. Okay, and so the conflict here is whether or not on your way, you're gonna get ambushed by brigands looking to steal your money.
What money?
All right, like in the woods now, right?
Okay.
Because this person might not actually will feel bad about having to do you wrong, but maybe they have a reason. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, this will determine whether or not that's true. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a social conflict, I presume.
Yes.
So yeah. So I should give a chance here. I'm going to initiate a conflict unless someone else wants to jump in with their Trollbabe, and do something differently. This is what's going down. Okay.
Are we supposed to jump in?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So let's do this. It's a social conflict. Do you think this is an exchange? So like, do you think it's going to require 2 rolls, or do you think we can solve this up with 1 roll?
I guess we can solve it up with 1 roll.
Sounds good to me. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
So we go back and forth, being like, all right, fine, you're right. But okay, look, let me just show you this. Here's a map, and he starts like sketching out, or I get they. Did you describe him as a he? I don't remember.
I think it was he. Yeah.
Yeah. He starts sketching out. Lemongrass starts sketching out a little map, to be like, here, look, go down the main road, take a left before Kronberg Castle, go into the dark woods. Look, I know it's stupid, but like,
Isn't the dark
It's a
woods
really-
dangerous?
yeah, but that's also how they keep this exclusive, and why not let people know about it?
But I hear so many bad things about the dark woods.
I spent a lot of money talking to these people, and I thought I was going to help you out. And now I feel like I don't know if that was the. And he kind of looks away and like the best use of my time. I thought our friendship meant something.
I'm sorry I spent a
And-
lot of money.
It's
She
not a good
sort of
person.
like starts digging through her pockets to look for money to pay him back with.
No, don't pay me back. This is a gift. Look, I know. Look, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I know I don't always come through for you. I'm gonna come through for you in this time. Or my name isn't Lemongrass. Now make a roll.
Wow, dude.
Not great. All right. All right, and we cut back to the woods, and Lemongrass screwed you over. And
Or you can introduce
Oh, that's
a
right.
thing.
yeah. So, if do you
There's
want
a
to?
list of things under your troll? If you narrate one of those into the thing, you can re-roll.
So this is the chance to highlight the reroll mechanics, if you want. So you see how you have a carried object, a found item, a sudden ally, a remembered spell, or a geographic feature. You can use one of these things to let you reroll. But should you fail a reroll, consequences are even worse. If that makes sense.
Would invoking this only be in the specific of or in the context of the social interaction, or
Yeah,
could
this is
I?
in context of the conflict.
Okay.
Right.
How about maybe I find like I dig something out of my pocket, like a necklace made from various like pretty stones that I found that I made for lemongrass. And like I hold it out to him and it's just like, well, I guess if we part ways, I won't see you much anymore, but I made you this because I know things have been kind of weird and crazy, but you have been nicer to me than most anyone else. So I wanted to make you this. And I made this for you.
Oh, Radmir, that's you didn't have to do that.
I wanted to do it.
Cool, totally. So I'll cross that off and make a reroll. So go ahead and reroll that. It's your found item.
3, which is barely getting it for
You
my
do.
social.
So I think they like, you know what? Hold on. Let me give you a better map. And yeah. And I think what happens, your hair stands on the back of your neck. So we go back into the forest, right? Your hand stands on the back of your neck. And there's definitely like an old camp. Like if you weren't it and this is the camp that the first note was sending you to. But at this point the camp's not there. And you're okay. No problems. Your friend came through for you. And yeah, and so you I think you go down and you probably find a sign for where this dragon cult is. So you're hot on the way to the you're well on your way to this dragon cult. Cool. Who wants to go next? Anyone have an idea for a scene?
Sure. I'll go next.
Yeah, I want to see Kira hanging out with some babes.
Yeah,
Well, can I start a scene with another player character?
absolutely.
Cool. Adam, you're muted.
That's what I was about to say.
Cool. Let's have a scene together.
Sure.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Aren't we supposed to be heading to some kind of duchy or something?
Yeah, or you're there already, or it's up to you.
Okay. Let's. Oh, Adam, do you have an idea? That looked like an idea.
So, no, I didn't have any idea at all, but I'm curious about some things. So I really want to scale this mountain and build something at the top of it.
Mhm.
I currently don't quite know how I would do that. So I might need some support from you.
Cool. Well, let's go into this duchy and ask some of the architects there how they might go about looking for a good place to build something. Because neither of us look like architects.
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna get very far doing that. They're gonna be like, "What? I don't have time to teach you about architecture. We have a crisis. We have
We
so
need to
many
build
crises.
all the walls up. We got to make all the walls higher
Yeah.
so the wolves can't get in.
Yeah, we have people missing. We
Well,
have
maybe
these-
maybe building higher walls will teach us something about building our own walls. I don't know. Is there some kind of interesting inroad there or conflict that I don't know?
Well, yeah, I mean the big one I think is pleading your case to the architects to be like, well, at least help us build these walls or something. It sounds like that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna, because they want to just shrug you off and be like, you can't help us, we're busy.
Yeah.
Right.
And then yes, and I already know how we can get them on our side. So I guess we walk into the duchy or whatever. I don't know, what is this place
Well,
like?
let's just say you're in Kronberg proper. You're in the capital city, right?
Okay.
And even the capital city, they're building up an extra wall around where all these refugees outside the stone walls, because there's just so many people have been crowding here. And everyone is lamenting that this is near the end times, and the we should be repenting, or being like, what is wrong, the darkness. In fact, like while you're traveling here, the sounds of wolves have been harrying you guys, harrying you too.
Sure. Thora, I don't know if this is the best place to build your inn. I mean, that mountain is pretty high and far away from everything that's going on here, but it's not that far away.
And then I'm looking at like, maybe we get like a drone shot of like the steeper parts, and the drone is just like going towards like the super sheer part, and like through some sort of like cinematic thing, we're able to tell that I'm like, that's the thing that I'm going to have to go up, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, that's not going to happen. We have to build an inn down here probably, and I don't know how I'm going to do that either.
Well, maybe we can go ask some people a little bit more about this mountain before we try to climb it and build things on it. I mean, I'm not much of a mountain climber myself. I prefer to ride in things or on things, or less climbing for me.
That does sound nice. Is there a conflict here where we're finding people to talk to?
Maybe not to find someone to talk to. I feel like we probably can just jump to the part where you find either, do you want to go to a cartographer to get like an idea of like maps of like where a good place is, or would you rather talk to like an historian or someone else, like a chronicler?
Or like a craftsperson?
Yeah, or a craftsperson, or like like some of the architects, builders. Where do you think you guys would go? Because wherever you two would go, that's where we could pick it up. We just cut to that.
What I want to know is, where is it okay for me to set up anything of my own at all?
Okay, so probably like a cartographer.
Oh, yeah. No, then how about this? You already know the answer is that you need permission from the Architects Guild to build anything in the duchy.
Planning authority.
Yeah.
Well, technically you need the authority of either the Duke or Duchess, but by extension they have given approval to the Builders Guild to basically handle all that sort of nonsense, because they don't want to deal with it.
And this is a human city, right?
Yes, this is a human city and a human duchy.
Okay, well, let's go head to the Architects Guild, and I guess we walk in and is really jingly and Flora is covered in.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I imagine
green.
it's a very it's a very harrying place. No, like there's so much action going on right now. There's just constant talking and chatter and scrappings of plans for where to put up like very like strong and or formidable is the word I'm thinking of, like watchtowers and things around, being like, what are we gonna do about these wolves? What if we did this plan, boss, and all these things, and both
then
of you
we need
just
a
stumble in
second
here.
watchtower to watch the first watchtower.
But then who's gonna watch that watchtower? Oh,
Well, then we build a wall around it. So that
Who
This is
watches
a
it?
real boondoggle, everyone. And then at that point, everyone's like rubbing their temples, being like, "Ay, ay, ay," and you all come in asking for some help, and everyone just, while they're still with hands never leaving their temples, all just turn and look at you.
Hi, we're new to town. Seems like you have some kind of emergency going on. But could you spare a few minutes to talk to us? We do have maybe, I don't know, what do we have, Thora, to give them for their time?
I don't know what I have is the thing as a player.
Because I don't think we have any money.
No, you don't have any money.
Yeah. So we ask him that. We don't really have anything to offer you. Can you spare a few minutes?
Cut to you guys being kicked out of the place, the door shutting behind you.
Hard smash cut. Yeah.
I think it actually would be kind of funny. Let's pause it there and then go to a new scene and figure out what's going to be your next step going forward for the next part. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. Sorry. Cool. Yeah, not every scene needs a conflict, by the way. It's cool, but all conflicts need scenes. So
Okay.
cool. Awesome. So let's maybe jump over to Mary again.
And you can always call for
Yeah.
a conflict.
Right, exactly. You as a player can also be like, not so fast, Eric. I'm gonna resist that or whatever. I'm cool with that too.
I'm gonna resist that consequence, Eric.
Yeah.
And spend my special armor, and then pay 1 stress for a flashback.
Yeah.
Can we? Are there flashbacks in this game? Now I'm just curious.
Why not? This has a very like cinematic tone to the game, right? It has a lot of strong like cuts to different things. I'm cool with it.
Cool. All right, yeah. So I think we cut. So I think the next we see of Mary is climbing a mountain.
Okay, yeah, because you've already delivered.
I think there's
okay. Is it a volcano or a mountain?
I mean, Adam, you invented this mountain that you're trying to climb and build a thing. Is it a volcano or a mountain?
Oh, it's a mountain.
Okay.
Okay, it's just a normal mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we cut past, like, you know, and then I see the cult and I trade them the book and they tell me where the mountain, blah blah blah. I think who cares?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, right? I want a scene of me trying to climb up the mountain upon which yon dragon that is eating all the magic liveth, and I'm gonna climb the mountain.
Right. Is this mountain in the
That's
north or
my
south?
scene.
Question, Adam. North or south?
Yeah, Adam, you are the mountain boss.
It's definitely farther north.
Okay.
It's a northern mountain.
Mhm.
Which
Right.
means it's a northern type dragon.
Yes.
So
Alright.
it's got more legs and less wings.
So you are okay, yeah. Let's basically try to fight your way up this mountain against
Love it. Absolutely.
rock slides. The weather has turned.
Yeah, it's like
nature itself is fighting
the mountain
you up
witch,
here.
the mountain witch in miniature.
Yes.
Only instead of a witch, there's a dragon. Cool.
Yes.
Love it.
The mountain babes.
Dragon babe.
Dragon babes.
Yeah. I'm gonna publish that hack. I'm
Dragon.
gonna do it.
I mean, dragon. I am surprised. Dragon babes. I could see being a game.
Yep.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we see
sure.
we see Mary a sec, and she's like, I love this because she just wears this like shapeless woven grass like snuggie. She's like tugged on it to kind of reshape it slightly because it is kind of malleable in that way. And so now like it comes down so that all you can see is like her eyes and like her nose, but like her big like shrubby hair is like sticking up through the grass.
Yeah.
Out of the hood. And she's just like climbing the mountain.
Right. So
like just grabbing bits of it and like flinging herself up the side.
So it's probably clear that you want to get up the mountain. The mountain wants to prevent you and trap you.
That is also clear
in
to
a
me.
different way.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And like I said, it's windy and rainy and it's dark and stormy and the rocks are wet and some of them are sliding down. It's not a good time to be climbing the mountain.
Yeah. But so
Yet
here's
you
the
press
thing.
on.
Here's the thing though, Mountain.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Listening.
I'm wearing a special necklace that I just made myself. Barely 5 minutes before I started climbing you.
Yeah.
And I took a stone from the foot is foot the word I'm thinking of? Yeah, I took a stone from the foot of the mountain, and I took a scale that I have, a scale from the dragon that lives upon the summit that I'm seeking, and I took these two things and I lashed them together with like cord twisted out of grass, and I like bit my thumb and smeared a bit of blood on it. And so I have a magical talisman that makes me part of the rock of the mountain as far as the mountain is concerned. So like even though it's like super slippery and like the wind is blowing, I'm just like sticking to the rock like a magnet to another magnet.
Yeah.
And just like able to just like really casually just like climb my way up without having to worry about falling.
Yeah, that is until the camera pans up to the top and you see that there is another group of trolls, and
gosh,
these trolls are wearing let's say not like, I don't want to say vulture, but like what's the bird that's like a vulture but much bigger? It's not obviously not a vulture. Condor. Yeah, the condors. Like they're wearing like condor feathers. And one of them is saying to the other one in a language that's we don't know, but the subtitles go say like, we can't let this one up. This person smells like the bad ones is what they say. We don't know what that means, but they're like, okay, and he starts chanting, or I guess it's they, because they're wearing like a bird mask, kind of like shawl, like a plague doctor,
we
condor
can't tell,
beak.
right?
Yeah, you can't tell. It's ambiguous, and so they start like chanting back at you to prevent that. And then I think maybe the conflict starts with your hand
Magic
like
battle!
no longer like stopping and do it, and it's like slips for a second.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh no, and then you start chanting,
oh
and,
no,
and we have this thing, right? So
yeah,
let's start doing this.
Yep.
So let's talk about the conflict pace, right? I don't think it should be one roll, exchange by exchange.
This is like, that was my feeling as well.
Cool.
I don't think it's quite like blow by blow.
No.
Yeah, I think it's like in rallies. Yeah.
Cool. Right. And keep it always. I know it so far we haven't seen it yet, but also it's our first time playing for most of us, and maybe we're not comfortable. When I say like, okay, well, I'm going to initiate a conflict, you can override me as the GM and be like, hold on, I want to do a conflict and I want to insert myself.
No, I
like,
want to initiate a conflict. Eric.
Right, and it's cool to jump around. It's okay. I want to say that's.
How can we be in two places at once though? Like, so Thora and I are in town, but now we can suddenly be in the mountain.
I mean, you were in town. Maybe it's a week later.
No one has said that it's occurring at the exact same time.
Gotcha.
That's how the game. Yeah,
anything is possible.
Cool. Thora should be on the mountain for sure.
I think so.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hang out with me on the mountain, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I got lost and I ended up on this mountain.
Everyone is
shy to ask for
directions. Everyone is just on the mountain now. Group conflict.
You're definitely near the top.
My favorite.
So.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm in conflict with this sorceress troll.
Yeah. So let's remember. So the condor skulled sorcerer is incanting. You can see that gestured around him are some acolytes who are in a very
Yeah.
like particular position around them. You see that there's sort of like a not necessarily like a circle, like a semicircle, and its relation to like the rocks. And
They're all like throat singing
then,
at
yeah.
like particular harmonic frequencies that match
yeah,
the
and then
thunder.
yeah. I was gonna say that then there's like the lightning that happens, and they like shift
Yeah.
to like to in relation to where the lightning is happening to give them more
No,
power.
totally.
And it's totally messing up your magic climbing vibes. So yeah, so once again,
Yeah, so
not
I
blow by
reckon the
blow.
first exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think the first exchange is like them trying to break my like rock climbing spell and me trying to like hold on to it.
Mhm.
Yep. Cool.
Yep. So let's see what that looks like.
Awesome. Let's do some magic. Did I do a magic?
She's not great. No.
I did not do a magic.
So before I describe failure, is there a reroll here that you want to?
Except Eric.
Okay, tell me.
Except.
Weave me the tale.
Except. I find as I climb, I'm like, I think like my hand slips and I like catch, but it's not that my hand slips, it's that the rock I grab like breaks off,
Mhm.
and I'm left holding it, and it's not actually, it's not a rock, it's not like stone in the way we would expect it, it's like a lodestone, like this magnetic kind of like metallic piece of rock,
Mhm.
and I just look down at it and then look up at the sky and then bite my tongue and like lick it and smear blood on it, and a bolt of lightning just slams down like into where the ritual is going on up top to give me my
Ooh.
second chance at rolling this thing.
Okay, and so would you say that's
I found
a
a
spell?
magic rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Or
that is more magical nonsense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that's a spell or an item, and so I was wondering how you would classify it.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's an item.
Cool. Sounds
Yeah.
good to me. Yeah.
But it's
minor
definitely magic.
bookkeeping for sure, right?
Yeah,
So like,
it's definitely
let's see
magic.
what the lightning bolt does. No big deal. Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, awesome. So that works. It disrupts the casting of the ritual as the incantations have to stop for a second. And I think it's very clear that when it stops for a second to prevent the lightning strike from killing them, like the incanter raises their staff as a, sort of like a lightning rod, but it doesn't hurt them. It just gets into their staff. But we see sort of like the lightning like arc off it like a bubble around like a half of like a snow globe, right? Sort of like looking kind of like glass magical space as it goes. It grounds itself to everything around.
Yep.
But
so that's the first exchange.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Yep.
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
then they renew the.
I think immediately what I do in that moment where they're none of them are really holding on, they're all just like focusing on blocking the lightning and like stopping that.
Yeah.
Is I whistle. I start to whistle and like blow my own blood into the air, and this like mighty wind picks up and like blows, like trying to like blow them off the side of the mountain.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
Fuck these condor-headed assholes. I'm not into it.
That should work. That should be fine. Nothing.
Haha.
Ah, well, it does. Okay.
Ha ha, Eric. Ha ha.
Right. So
can't stop the troll babes.
Right. But in accordance to the goals of the conflict, right?
Yeah.
You were able to make it up the mountain.
Yeah.
The fate of these enchanters is unclear.
It's a separate
correct?
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're all like buffeted and they're all like grabbing and trying to hold on, and I just climb past them and I'm like, I don't really care what happens.
Right.
I've clung from the side of a cliff in a windstorm. I was fine. They'll be fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
They will no, I think the masked one, right, the leader of the group, cries out to their acolytes to say something like, we cannot afford them to get to the top. Right, we cannot let them see her. And the acolytes are looking terrified, and
I just keep whistling, and the wind just gets stronger again. And it's like, oh, you just be quiet there. I'm climbing. Yeah, don't mess with me.
Cool.
And that is the end of this scene.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Next scene. Who wants to go? Radmir. Right.
Yeah,
So-
I liked my idea where I got lost and ended up on this mountain.
So you never found the dragon cult?
No.
Okay. I kind of like the idea
I should have
of
just gotten lost. That would have been a much easier way to find this place.
I kind of like the idea that you stumble into the acolytes and everybody on the mountain.
Like I go to try to make friends with them, but then suddenly they're blown away by a big gust of wind. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, or no, like you're walking like, where am I? And then all of a sudden, like Wilhelm scream incantations, and like these people sort of like their cloaks kind of expand and they can like gently fall comfortably, but they land in that sort of like anime-ish kneel kind of pose, right? Or the Batman pose, like and they get up and
I'm just there. I'm
they
like,
want
hi.
they're like panting, they're exhausted, right? And it's still raining, and they say, there's another one up on the mountain. Can you stop them, please?
What?
Just for the sake of the mountain. There is someone climbing this mountain. Can you help us
John's in
stop
trouble?
them?
Hey, I guess. Okay.
We will make you an honorary member of our group if you can stop them.
An honorary member, is that better than a normal member? Is that like a normal member but with like extra honor?
Elbow, regular member, a full member.
Okay. Full member.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can take you to the matriarch afterwards, and you'll
You
be
promise?
you'll be a champion of our clan. Yes, absolutely.
I don't know about champion. That seems like a bit much.
All you have
It's
to do is
just regular
stop.
member's fine.
All you have to do is stop the one who's climbing them. They point out there is stop that troll babe up there.
I look up at the troll babe, and I'm like, I don't know. They seem kind of tough.
We can give you some tricks to get closer, but if we can get you close, we believe. Look,
Okay.
if they get to the top, our tribe will be doomed.
Oh,
Do it.
That's horrible. Um,
What is your name?
okay. Radmir?
Radmir. You
Yeah.
can join the Condor clan if you do this.
The Condor clan. Okay.
You will be family
Okay.
here should you do this.
Okay. Okay, I'll do it. Okay.
And
Let's go.
do we cut? They give you a Condor cloak, and then we cut to you trying to stop Mary. But maybe we should do another scene, and then we come to that showdown. Right?
Okay.
Fast jumping around. Cool.
We're gonna have a magic battle.
Kira or Adam. So you guys are at the mountain too, or were you
No.
back in town figuring stuff out?
Yeah, I think Raka is like knocking on the door of the architects like seconds after they get kicked out. She's like pounding on the door, like, I'm sure that there's something that we can do for you. If you can just give us a few moments of your time. What's going on with the wolves?
Yeah, and so I think at that point the door unhatches or unclicks or whatever, and the door swings open and just see someone's like face and like the half part of the door and being like, "You want to help with those wolves?"
Sure. Yeah.
Both of you? Ask inquisitively.
I've disappeared because there's like a bakery that's
You're
on the
like
other
eating a
side.
croissant. You're just like,
Like in the background.
hey, this babe.
Because I was like trying to get baked goods to like bribe them and think that we had things to offer them and stuff, and I'm just like like a blueberry like mini pie thing.
Oh, totally, of course.
Raka, like, thumbs over her shoulder. Yeah, Thora talks to wolves, I'm pretty sure.
This is true. I have to.
Well, these aren't any old wolves.
Well, what kind of wolves are they?
He's like looks around like, you know, there's that sort of like, is anyone listening suspicious thing, right? These are fell wolves from the
Okay.
Middlelands. Their
Do they like
howls are
blueberry?
no, I'm afraid. They like the taste of men.
Oh, so they're like sort of like normal wolves, but more violent. Okay.
I've heard men taste disgusting.
Same.
Eyebrow raise.
From my troll friends.
It remains to be said if they're how our troll partners, they say in a euphemistic way, I guess, are faring this sort of invasion, is what he says, of these wolves has sort of stopped any of but the most bold individuals from traveling to and fro. So
Oh. Do they eat trolls too?
that's what they're insinuating, is that they don't know. We have lost contact with with the troll tribes of the woods at this point.
Her eyes grow a bit wider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly these
I'm
are
sure-
more news.
Our troll friends are strong. You know, they're wise and cunning in the ways of the woods. I'm sure they're okay. Just that we have no way of getting to them. He's trying to be reassuring. He actually doesn't know.
Mhm.
But that sound cool?
But you want us to go find out and see if they're okay?
I mean, would you?
Oh,
I would be perfectly fine with that. And I just
Absolutely.
raise like a gray fingernail.
If we could reestablish communications with our kin, perhaps we could do something in a greater capacity than just hide behind these walls against these wolves.
sure. That sounds great. Does your
Yeah,
duchess? Oh, does your duchess have like any like wolf like armor, like protective armor against like these wolves? Because I mean, you can see that we are not great warriors.
Would it be rude to say? I mean, you're like 7 feet tall, right? on a good day.
Yeah,
Like
but that just
troll babes are taller than 6 feet by average. So it's not rude. Maybe it's rude to say being like not in your size. I guess is probably the way they would say it in a very politic way.
Oh, I
Right.
see what you mean.
Like not exactly.
Okay. Well, it seems like this would be a great boon to your city, not just to you, the architects, but also that we might earn some kind of favor with your duchess. Do you think that's true?
The Duchess relies on the Architects Guild, and he at least opens the door a little bit more, and like just so he could like straighten himself out, and like just so he could proudly be like, I mean, they trust in all affairs of building and permits. So like, hey, listen. What I'm trying to say is that they listen to us. So do this, you got a good word for us.
Okay. What do you say, Thora?
I say that's an excellent opportunity.
I think so too. And we can get their support to help you with all of your dreams.
Cool.
Okay, let's go.
Before we cut to the next person, I want to ask you guys this. I'm gonna put up this scenario. There's definitely signs as you're going down the roads here. The woods gets more dark and more strange. You know you're getting close to a troll encampment, but you also hear the sounds of wolves coming that way. But at the same time, down the road, you can also hear the sounds of a skirmish happening with humans yelling, being like, "Back, back, creatures!" Right? They're like, "Protect the wagons!" Like you see, like it's like obviously a caravan of humans is under attack as well. So you have a a choice to make.
Do they seem like babely humans? Like, are they cool, or are they like working for the man humans, or like
Are they
criminal
babes?
brigands?
No. No, they're probably, it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell from here, right?
Yeah.
All you're hearing are cries and shouts of people in the distance. It's too dark to see from here.
Okay.
Do you trust yourself to do that, or would you rather check out what's going on with the trolls?
Well, we have to help these people.
I know some cool troll magic where, because I happen to know that the reason that these wolves have turned into a problem is that there's become a problem with troll magic where they've stopped appeasing the wolves, because this magic used to nourish the wolves and keep them safe, keep them well fed, bless the wolves, and that's fallen into disrepair.
Mm.
But I know how to nourish wolves because I know troll magic.
Okay, so there's a couple of secrets here. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're going. But once again, does your magic, do you think, encompass both fights going on, or one or the other? Which one are you going to?
I am.
Do we know there's a fight going on with the trolls?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now that there's two fights going on right now at the same time. And which one do you go to?
Oh, trolls.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
that's clear.
I thought it was like help people or don't help people.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Then that's where we'll leave it there, and we'll jump over. Actually, it's 8:05, so we're time for our second break here. So we're gonna take another quick little break. It's good because I've somehow got it down to a science to drink my water in 1 hour. So that works for me. So we'll be back for the third and final hour here. Don't go anywhere. I will see you guys in 6 minutes.